Good evening, everyone. It's Lazy Fit Gamer channel. And today we are talking about calories in versus calories out. That's the topic that I'm fascinated recently about, as I was really hard in the past that calorie is calorie is calorie and nothing else matter. But that's when I was young, and it was actually working like that back then. It stopped working like that when I got older. I noticed a lot more stuff and I investigated it. And that's what I want to talk today, to keep myself motivated and maybe you too, to stay fit and continue to be lazy gamers. Lazy gamers can be fit gamers. And who's in the chat? BetXJ, Lauren, Don's Doom, Landon, Anyway. And I think Anyway joined my channel membership on my main channel, but it was when I finished the live stream, so I will say thank you for supporting my gamer channel. Appreciate that. And then who's else in the chat? There is I already said BadXJ. Derek is there too. Welcome. And you can, of course, share all your opinions in this topic when we'll be discussing it. It will be mainly mainly me talking about this topic. I have Carrot with me. That's one of the examples when I started understanding this topic more. Do you remember on my main channel, the carrot walk? I did this experiment when I was trying to fuel my walk by eating carrots only. Can I still find it? Give me a second. Can I find where the video is? Where was it? The carrot walk. Where I had it? Was a while back from my walking videos. Oh, I have it. Real life followed experiment. That's on my main channel. Let me show you. Let me swap the camera for a moment. Wait. Oh, got it. That's the one. Followed experiment. I took with me 10 pounds of carrots. If you missed that, you can still watch it on the main channel. 10 pounds of carrots in order to power my walk. As I calculated, this will be like as much carrots as I need to cover the calories. Because, you know, calories. So I was like, why not power the walk with raw carrots? I will just eat 10 pounds of carrots. And it happened. That's not possible. That's not possible. I couldn't eat those 10 pounds of carrots. That was not possible. I think I end up eating close to 4 pounds of carrots. And that was it. Physically, like, the problem was my jaw was tired of chewing and my stomach was saying, no more. I cannot accept anymore. And 4 pounds of carrots is not so much calories. Let me quickly Google it. Carrot, calories. I want calories for carrot. Carrot, calories. Calories per 100 grams is like 41. Then per pound, it's like 4 times more. It's like 160. Less than 200 calories per pound, and that will be around 600. Then I barely provided like 600 to 800 calories from carrots, which is less than I needed for that particular walk. And simultaneously imagine how easy it would be to provide it in, let's say, Snickers. I would need to eat 2 Snickers. It will take me literally less than 5 minutes. Providing the same calories from carrots took me hours and I couldn't eat anymore. Therefore, that's one of the examples how carrot and Snickers, it's not calorie, it's calorie. It's not calorie, it's calorie. Because there is a huge difference in how this calorie works. And additionally, I was investigating some stuff, and I found some research that was showcasing that if you give people a salad, raw salad without any dressing, leafy green salad, before a dinner, they overall eat less calories, even though you didn't ask them to eat less dinner, you just gave them a salad, 100 calorie worth of a salad before a dinner. So they ate less. So some people claim those are negative calories. You can provide negative calories. It kind of makes sense. It doesn't, but in the same time, it does. If there is something that you eat and reduce your overall calories in a day, then yeah, then you can say it's negative calories. So eat more to lose weight. That will be the translation. If you eat it, you lose more weight. Or some other, like I was watching some podcasts from some doctors promoting eating green stuff, and one of them had a really good saying. Like he was saying, how much calorie has an apple? And his answer was, it depends when you eat it. that was cool what I heard. Like, it depends when you eat it. Because if you eat it in the right moment, so those calories from the apple do not really count if you eat less dinner after that. So this apple will have like no calories because you eat less dinner, or even negative calories. And Landon saying carrots are really good for eyesight. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you need 4 pounds of carrots to improve eyesight in one sitting, but yeah. Derek saying you turtle, not rabbit. Yeah, maybe that's why I wasn't able to eat 10 pounds of carrot. But physically, I wasn't able to. I tried really hard, and I couldn't. And if you notice my more recent experiments, like what I was doing on my staycation, as you probably know, my love to ice creams and sweets. So what I was doing, I was eating ice creams, and if you take a look on my channel, okay, I will show you my recent videos if you didn't check them. So this one, 30 pounds of ice cream, not at once, of course, not in one sitting, but generally that's how much ice creams, commercial ice creams from the restaurant I ate during my staycations, 2 weeks. And I gained weight so fast. That is additional problem. Like, after you lose weight, if you go back to old ultra processed diet, like it took me about 6 months. It took me about 6 months to lose 50 pounds on my diet journey. And then I could regain it all in like 2 months or less. Look how much easier it is without any effort. Without any effort, just by eating. And I wasn't stuffing myself. I was just eating those ice cream when I was hungry. And the problem with those is, like, best to my knowledge, like I'm not a doctor and I'm not someone who will tell you absolute truth. I'm sharing my opinions that works for me so far. When you combine those ultra processed products that combine fat and sugar, those two, separately, it doesn't seem to work the same. But if those are together, like in ice cream, it's half by half, carbohydrates and fats, both of them are easy to digest. Like if I eat those ice creams in high quantities, after 2 hours, my stomach will be empty. Even though it will be like 2,000 calories of ice creams, I can go eat another 2,000 calories in 2 hours. It's not happening with any other food. If I eat like whole food, if I make some of my recipes like on my channel, the veggie stew, if I eat this veggie stew, I'm full. It's less calories than I would have from ice cream, and I'm full for hours. So it's crazy difference. And veggie stew is mainly carbs. it's still mainly carbs. It's not simple sugars, but mostly starch. So that's a lot of carbs. Does not have the same effect as carbs from ice cream. Even carbs from fruits. I notice huge difference. I can eat apples a lot. I like apples. And that's less calories and keeps you full for longer than any ice cream, apart from ice creams that I make at home. Like I have some homemade ice creams now. What I'm doing, I'm buying frozen fruits because I don't know if it's the same for you. Are frozen fruits cheaper than fresh one? In here, it's the case. So I'm just buying frozen fruits. I'm tossing those into Ninja Blender, sometimes with some protein, sometimes with a little bit of juice, or sometimes with a little bit of milk. It's still not the best weight loss food, but I'm in the maintenance phase, so I can allow myself a little bit more than before. So it's a huge difference. I can make of this homemade ice cream, I can make 2 pints of ice cream and I can eat it at once, and it's less fattening than single ice cream from the shop. It is possible. That's the difference. Less fattening than a simple ice cream from the shop. So definitely calories are different. Even though if we go to the science of the calorie, what is calorie? It's actually kilocalorie what we have in mind. 1 kilocalorie is amount of energy required to warm up 1 liter of water by 1 degree Celsius. That's it. That's simple. So calorie is calorie in this sense. In this sense, it's all the same. But in practice, in life, it's a crazy difference because we don't eat calories. We are not replacing batteries. Amount of calories that we eat is usually dictated by what we eat. Unless someone is tracking every single calorie one by one, then I think someone did experiment eating like Twinkies or something like that and losing weight. You can do that, but there is one huge issue with that. You know how hungry are you if you eat something like Twinkies or other ultra-processed food and you limit your calories in that, comparing to eating carrots and cabbage? It's incredible hunger. It's incredible hunger. I tried sometimes to limit my calories based on calorie count when eating whatever I like let's say chocolates. Then I could eat this stuff and I will hit the calorie limit in no time, and then I cannot eat for the whole day if I will go this path. Comparing to eating less processed food, eating way more of that, and not feeling hungry. Even when I was tracking, if you watch my video about ice creams, I was hitting up to 6,000 calories. I was tracking them for the purpose of the video without, like I was eating when I was hungry. And I compare that when I eat when I'm hungry, but if I have only healthy food at home, I mean less processed food, then I will cap my daily calorie intake at 3,000, which is half, which means calories from ice creams are twice as fattening as other calories. At least twice as fattening, because it's twice as much as you eat without counting it. Then that's a huge difference. Oh, roasted flakes with milk. Yeah, that's like sweets with milk. That's the combo that is actually fattening. In the past, I was eating a lot of cereals because of the marketing. Like on the boxes, it all says, all will tell you how healthy it is. There are fruits in it. Sometimes you have like cereals with some fruits and nuts. And actually, dried fruits and dried nuts together are about as fattening as ice cream is. That's my experience. I tried once eating dried nuts, and I mean, nuts are generally dry. Nuts and dried fruits, and you can eat them so easily. I was just eating them. Then because I'm using calorie tracking only for my experimentation, Then I went to count it in the app, and I was like, did I just eat 2,000 calories just sitting and grabbing some healthy nuts and dried fruits? And I did. 2,000 in one sitting. Dry fruits and nuts. Most likely because it's a combo of fat and sugar. That what works amazing for gaining weight. If you want to gain weight, that's what you should eat. And if you are interested about mechanics, I was investigating that too. If you combine those two, what science seems to be clear about, if you combine sugar and fat, the sugar is used for energy in your body when you eat it. Then, if you combine it with fat that is assimilated in the same time, fat goes straight to your storage, straight to your fat storage. In my case, my belly fat storage. It's all stored there. So you run on this sugar, you instantly store all the fat. When you run off this sugar, like you burn all this sugar, you are ready to eat again. You are hungry again. That's the perfect recipe for gaining weight. Oh yeah, I agree. I love chocolate. Everything chocolate and ice cream. That's my weakness. And for comparison, if you eat only carbs without fat added, it is really hard to make it into fat. It's look like this is a very energy demanding process from the biochemistry of it. So your body will avoid storing carbs as fat for all costs. Like in first, you will just expend more energy. And if you keep feeding too much sugar, eventually it will go through the process where sugar is transformed into fat. But usually it's way easier for your body to just store fat that you ate with sugar and use sugar to power your everyday activity. So that's how it works from my investigation. Let me see what we are saying in the chat. Yeah, in dried fruits, sugar is more concentrated. And I think there is like part of the fiber gone or something. They don't seem to be so fibrous. Like there is no so much other material than sugar. Yeah, Coke Zero is zero sugar. I did one experiment with Coke Zero, actually going on the walk and testing it for the energy purposes too. I did the video, but I think it was still on my Angry Turtle channel. I did it once to observe the effect, but one effect that was from drinking lots of this Diet Coke, it really makes you hungry. So it's not absolutely free of any consequences. Like drinking only Diet Coke, that's what I was doing on this one walk, it really makes me hungry. So yeah, there is some drawback. You still can probably get fat if you follow it with food. I'm not sure how safe or unsafe are sweeteners, as I have no pure conclusions. I try to figure that out. I check a lot of research and it's like so mixed. I have no idea if sweeteners are absolutely harmless or if there is any type into it. But usually my approach is the dose makes poison, so if you keep it low, most likely fine. I'm using sweeteners sometimes myself, some sweetened stuff. I'm not always using regular sugar, so I think those make a poison is important. Eating one meal a day helps lose weight? Absolutely, Jake. I agree with that. That's how I lost weight. I was eating once a day. That was the easiest way for me to restrict calories. I wasn't counting back then at all. I started counting calories only for the purpose of this channel and to learn more about food and stuff. Personally, I do not believe in macro breakdown being very important, like over your macros, what you eat in a day. I know keto is very popular at this moment. I cannot do it myself. I'm not good in digesting lots of fat. So I would rather personally go for high carb diet than high fat diet. Like even if I eat like fatty burger, it sits on my stomach. It's so heavy. Like I will have a problem digesting it. If I eat a burger, I look for the one that is like relatively low fat or smaller. I'm not good with fatty food. Does Coke dehydrate you? No, not really. I didn't observe that. There is some effect of caffeine that you lose some water, but not enough that you cannot compensate by just drinking more. Like I'm drinking coffee now, and I don't feel dehydrated at all. I think whatever you are drinking, there is water, and you will get water. If you feel thirsty, then you should drink more water, probably, but that's a different topic. Oh, Anyway is saying, I lost 25 pounds just by changing my diet to keto. I'm not adding exercise, walking and yoga. It helps with stress and I sleep better. Oh, that's good for you. Like, for some people, I heard keto works really well. I'm not a big fan because for me, like, I would certainly lose weight. As I would be like, if I would be limited to the fatty food that I cannot really eat in any higher quantity because I will get sick, I would lose weight. That's no doubt about it, but it will be from my inability to eat and feeling sick. Then that's not the route I want to go. So no, I cannot do that. I was thinking about trying keto, but then I ate one fatty burger and I felt sick. So I was like, I'm giving up on this idea. So yeah, I cannot do it. The intermittent fasting was perfect for me to lose weight. At this moment, I'm no longer on 1 meal a day. I'm eating way more, but I'm experimenting with some more raw food, veggies, fruits. I'm making my own ice creams. I bought this Ninja blender to be able to do that. So I'm trying what I can to figure out to keep my weight, maintain it, enjoy food, but keep it under some restrictions. As you probably know, if you lose weight, it's way easier to regain it. Like, that's one thing. That's why maintenance is important, as it's so easy to regain it. So food I'm eating and calories I'm eating need to be not the fattening one. So I'm avoiding fattening calories. I'm figuring out myself which calories are fattening, and I do my best to avoid them. And if my weight goes a little bit higher, I cut down on the eating window. That's the one thing that works best for me. Oh, Don's Doom, you lost 100 pounds on keto? That's a lot of weight. You probably feel way better now. They're losing so much. And Anyway is saying, I was doing intermittent fasting and discovered I can go 20 hours without eating and have a big dinner and I feel great. I was doing the similar thing once a day, even though I wasn't on the keto. It was still working. Just the fact I was eating once a day. My strategy was eat healthy meal first, like lots of veggies. That's what I consider healthy meal for myself. Lots of veggies. Sometimes some meat, sometimes without meat, sometimes eggs, sometimes no eggs. Then I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan, I'm not anything like that, but I would say I'm plant-based in the proper meaning of this word, as I'm eating mostly plant-based food, but I do not restrict myself from any other food. So I eat some other food, but way less than plant-based food. So I'm properly plant-based, not in sense of being vegan. And OMAD works great for weight loss. That, for me, I can confirm that. Now I'm just, one thing I'm trying to do now, No eating around 4 to 6 hours before sleep for the maintenance purposes, but I eat normally during the day. Yeah, keto was Atkins diet years ago. But I don't know exactly how are the long terms. One thing I'm not certain about, because I want to be able to play Fallout 5 and 6, and that's years and years to go. That's years. And one thing, it's hard to find people that live long lives on keto, but you can find people that live long lives on mainly plant-based diet. So, and apart from that, if I eat more fruits and veggies, I feel better. I have more energy, I feel better. Yes, my coffee cup is 2 liters in capacity, but I rarely fill it up. Usually I have half, half of the cup, not full. Why this podcast called Looking for Game? It is not. It's Lazy Fit Gamer, but it is intentionally the same as looking for group, not for game. It was never looking for game. LFG is looking for group. And in the same time, it's Lazy Fit Gamer, as I'm looking for a group of people that want to stay on the healthy journey with me, as I need motivation for myself to stay healthy. I want to be here for longer on this channel and on my main gaming channel, and I want minimum effort. That's why it's so important for me to find the food that I can enjoy, is easy to prepare, and it's not fattening. It cannot be fattening. And I cannot go keto only. It's not possible. Keto is not possible for me, especially that I enjoy sugar so much. Sugar is not going out of my diet. I need a diet that is healthy and contains lots of sugar. It can be sugar from fruits, and I'm eating a little bit of honey every day now, as I'm trying this one idea that if you eat local honey, it will help with hay fever. So I will know in a year if it works. I'm continuously eating a little bit of honey, local honey. And yes, as well, I need my diet to be sustainable forever, as I cannot go back to eating like I used to. I cannot go back to eating ice creams, chocolate, or the fast food. It's one quick way of gaining weight. Let me see what you are saying. Oh, you don't even remember how you used to feel when you've been bigger. That's good. That's good. If you can maintain it, that's amazing. Landon is saying picking a plan and sticking to it is the first step. That's true. Sitting down and finding a plan of what you want to do is key. One thing I found is if I'm hungry, I will chug about 20 ounces of water. Oh, that's lots of water. You know what my solution when I'm hungry? Cabbage. Or carrots, but cabbage is even better. I was trying how much cabbage, like buy a head of raw cabbage. I unfortunately cannot show you. I finished my cabbage. I need to buy another one. Just start eating the leaves of cabbage. Super low on calories. If you can eat more than 200 calories of cabbage, you're good. Because more cabbage you eat, the more like spicy it tastes. You'll notice that at first, cabbage leaf, it's crunchy, it's quite tasty, but after a moment, it starts to feel more spicy, and chewing requires some work. That's a lot of chewing to get 200 calories of cabbage. Raw cabbage, then that's my solution when I'm hungry and I'm not supposed to eat as much. And if you eat cabbage, let's say before a main meal, you will eat less of the main meal. And it's a green veggie. I mean, quite white, but a little bit green. So I think it's good. Oh, Jake, you are on your third round of losing 100 pounds. 50 more to go. oh, gained it all back because of fat diets, keto, no carb, etc. I found 1 meal a day is more sustainable. Eat what you want within reason. Yeah, one a day. That was my idea too, because it's easier for me to not eat at all if I'm trying to lose weight than eat a little bit. I cannot do that. Like this idea, eat less, move more, it's the most terrible idea and advice that anyone could ever give me. If I eat a little bit and move, I will get so freaking hungry. Like a little bit already increase my appetite, then move even more. So that's the great idea if you want to gain weight. More smaller meals and move more, you will be hungry more and you will eat more. Yeah, that was terrible advice. Never worked for me. It opposite effect. But if I know that I shouldn't eat anything for like 8 or 10 hours, I can do it. Because I know next day I will eat. I will have a solid meal. So I prefer to fill my stomach once, twice, or 3 times a day than eat lots of small meals that will just make me hungry and want me to eat more and more and more and more. So calories do work differently this way. Even like if I eat very large meal, when I was losing weight, I was eating really, really large meal and usually top it up with a chocolate. And I was still losing weight because I was eating only once. So I was able to eat chocolate and I was losing weight. Because after this period, like from this large meal, I had energy, so I was active. Then there was like a wave of hunger, but if I wait through it, it passed away, like it disappeared, no more hungry. So I was expending the same amount of energy, consuming less. So calories are not calories if you eat them at once. They work differently. Yeah, I'm not trying to become a herbivore, but I certainly trying to increase veggies and fruits, raw, especially raw veggies and fruits, as those seem to really fill you up and automatically limit how much calories you eat in a day. Like somehow it's like magic. Lots of fruits and raw veggies reduce your calorie intake without restricting anything. So that's the reason. And that's the Lazy Fit Gamer channel is the name. I want the solution that does not require from me to keep eye on every single calorie, to keep tracking everything, to keep restricting myself all the time. So it's either time restriction because it's easy, or I'm buying lots of fruits and veggies because those are like almost no calories in practice, as those calories do not cause any weight gain. Those do not count for me. If calories do not give me any weight gain, they don't count. I can eat as much as I want. That's true for cabbage, for example. More cabbage I eat, the lower my weight will be. That's like negative calories from cabbage. More cabbage I eat, the more weight I lose. Like eat more to lose more. That's the solution. Cabbage fills your stomach, gives you tons of vitamins and micronutrients, and you probably burn half of the calories trying to chew through it. It's a lot of chewing. Oh, Brian, you got elliptical for under your desk at work? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Chicken or fish, the best protein for weight loss? You don't need protein for weight loss, really. I tried, from my experience, I tried different amounts of protein. I didn't notice much difference, and I do exercise. Adding more protein? No, you don't need to add more protein. I don't believe so. If you cut off the ultra-processed food that do not contain proteins at all, if you eat greens, like, you will be surprised. Mushrooms, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, all those plants have lots of proteins per calorie. So you can stuff yourself with those and you will provide enough protein and you'll be full. I don't think like you need chicken or fish. You can have it, but don't think that will help you lose the weight. as usually there is fat as well. There is protein and fat. Protein with lots of fat. And if you eat like some carbs on the side to it, it's actually more fattening than weight loss inducing, unless you are on keto. Ninja Creamy. I have Ninja Blender. I'm good. And I do exercises, like, you know my schedule. I have a video about it. I just do 5 to 10 exercises per day randomly. That's way easier than going to the gym. And Katie saying, I am plant-based, no meat, but do eat local honey. I don't say vegan, been either a veggie or plant-based, switch up here and there for 28 years. I do great high carb and low fat. Yeah, that's better for me too. Higher carbs gives me way more energy. Fat makes me slow. I don't like it. If I eat lots of fat, I was experimenting with eggs and I'm doing good with eggs as long as I don't eat more than like 3 at a time. If I do a lot of eggs, those calories slows me down. Most likely because of fat content. There's like too high level of fat. I do like my egg cream for filling up. I really feel full after that, but no more than 3 eggs at a time. Experimenting with lots of eggs. For a moment I was eating like 12 a day and it wasn't very good long term. When I started first week it seems to be working well, but when I was going for longer it wasn't so well. Try spinach leaves. I don't like spinach too much. I eat some occasionally. No. It's not like, in my opinion, whatever veggies you like are the best veggies for you. If you will be forced to eat something you don't like, it's like penalty. I don't see a point in that. If I don't want spinach, I don't eat it. I like cabbage, I will eat cabbage. I will buy lots of cabbage and I will eat it. And I will buy lots of carrots and I will eat it. And I will buy lots of apples and I will eat it. So I try to have always on hand something I like that I can eat instead of looking for chocolate. If I will be too hungry for too long, my cravings for chocolate will go up and we don't want that. Like, definitely chocolate is fattening if you eat a lot. That was main reason I gained weight. Ice cream and chocolate. Those two things are definitely a fattening calories. They do not compare to other calories because other calories from fruits and veggies do not give you this weight gain. And yeah, personalized diet. Eat what you like and what is good for you. Definitely. And yeah, when I have eggs, I notice it's best if I don't combine them with lots of sugar or other carbs, because eggs have quite a lot of fat in them. Combined with lots of sugar, actually not good for weight loss. Only a little bit when I do the cream. Yeah, they need to be, because they need to be sweet, but not much. Like, don't add any more carbs to it. Yeah, there is something that works for everyone. I do believe in that. I do believe in that you can lose weight if you want to. You just need to choose the calories that are not fattening. And there are fattening calories and there are non-fattening calories. And quite often, it is very possible you just need to eat more of the non-fattening calories. And if you provide, that's my other theory, if you provide enough micronutrients, your cravings to eat will drop. So it is good if you can provide lots of micronutrients without providing thousands upon thousands of calories. So that should help. Like, calorie is not a calorie. As a unit of measure, it is. As a food, it is not. And Brian have a point here. Muscle is very calorie hungry. Having more muscle means you are burning more when you are resting, which is where nearly 70% of your calories are burned. That is established science. Yeah, when you are active, 70 calories are burned in muscle. That's absolutely true. But there is something called basal metabolic rate, which is mainly your organs, heart, and your brain. And that's probably like for us that mainly sitting, playing games or working sitting, that over half of our calorie intake, daily calorie expenditure, it will be this basic metabolic rate that cannot change, just constant based on how big we are by default. So this is like the biggest calorie consuming part. You cannot over exercise but diet. That's a lie. If you try to just move more, that's why I included it in the title. That's the biggest lie. If you just move more, you'll be hungry more. I was way more active in the past. I wasn't losing weight from that. I was just eating more. Your body naturally tries to regulate your calorie intake. So just moving more do not work. Eating less do not work. You need to eat better and move better. I mean, more efficiently. Like, I like to do those quick exercises to minimize my effort. And what I did, I swap car for just a walk when possible. M&Ms are definitely fattening. That's fat and sugar. That's the magical combo. Fat and sugar, no protein. I think that's the most magical combo for weight gain. And I know that, especially that what sumo guys are eating that intentionally want to gain weight for the sumo competitions. They eat pasta. Pasta with some kind of fatty dressing. Then, yeah, carbs, easily digestible carbs and fat makes you fat. Fat makes you fat. That's about as simple. Of course, not alone. Combined with carbs in one meal especially. And do keto works? Yeah, I agree with you guys that keto works. But I'm not sure if it's a sustainable solution long term. I can be wrong, but I was trying to search for long-living people on keto or carnivore diets. It's a struggle to find them. So I have my doubts in there. Definitely works short term. I don't know what's going on that they don't live long. It's a problem there somewhere. Someone need to find it. If you are on keto, is your mentor, it's probably someone inspired you. Is your mentor very old? Derek is posting sad face and saying, pasta makes you fat. Yeah. Especially with fat on top of it. Keto made you feel sick and tired all day. Yeah, I cannot do keto myself either. I would certainly be like super skinny on keto. I would probably lose my muscle too, as I cannot eat this way. I occasionally still have pasta, but not very often. I can eat too much. I was surprised when I started recording calories and I ate pasta, and then I was like, went to record my calories, and I was like, how that even happened that this meal had 1500 calories and I finished in 10 minutes? And my favorite pasta is pasta with sour cream, a little bit of sugar, and cinnamon. It tastes so good, but it is certainly fattening. Chewing ice means what? Why are you talking about chewing ice? Sumo guys also drink a lot of alcohol? Maybe. That's possible. For me, if I drink alcohol, it increases my hunger by a lot. If I drink beer or something like that, my hunger goes up. So beer is definitely fattening, and any other alcohol is fattening for me. maybe you are like me. I fita fails. Oh, your name is, I don't know how your name's supposed to be pronounced, but I have the same problem. I cannot eat very fatty food. I have problem digesting it. So certainly not for me. So my conclusion is there are way more fattening calories than other calories. Raw veggies are the least fattening of all. It's almost like negative calories in my case. Fruits are about neutral for me. If I eat more fruits, I will eat less for a dinner. So those are about neutral. And fattening calories are all the combinations of sugar and fat in one, especially ultra processed. Those are the most fattening calories for me. Hello there, Jules. So I'm not a big fan of keto diets. Like, I know that you can, like, for people that can eat a lot of keto stuff, you can even gain weight. I saw some people gaining weight on keto. Then it is possible. It is possible. It's usually not happening, but it is possible to do. And one interesting fact, I recently bought to observe my blood glucose, this little device, this little like glucose monitor to figure out how the glucose works for me recently. As you know, I was pre-diabetic when I was heavier, and it's perfect. I test after meals, when I wake up, it's perfect now on high carbs. I eat, my diet is, what's the percentage? Let me see on my calorie tracker recently. Like yesterday, percentage of carbs, 75% of my diet is carbs. Like from yesterday, I will tell you exact macros, as a lot of people like to know that. Okay, 128 grams of protein, 500 grams of carbs, and 44 grams of fat total. That's 3,000 calories. That was a lot of calories. Yeah, I eat a lot still. But yeah, lots of carbs. Lots of carbs. And I like it this way. I have way more energy. Do I have a list with my recommended foods? No, not really, but sometimes I share what I like to do, the recipes. And I will probably share more food what I'm eating. Maybe one day I will share what I eat in a day. If you want to know, I can do the video about that. Yeah, and my glucose reading, I was even surprised because from the keto videos that I was watching, everyone was like, the only way to fix your glucose is not eating carbs. And that's why I bought this monitor. I was like, if they are true, if they saying the truth, that's really bad for me. 75% of my diet are carbs, and those are starches and simple sugars, as I eat honey and fruits. So this combo of simple sugars and starches, and it's not the case. Actually, eating more sugar improved my blood sugar. I don't know if it's working like that for everyone, but it works like that for me. And Spike Blighty, I just bought this glucose monitor in local pharmacy. Just went in and I asked for a glucose monitor and I bought it. I don't know if your country is the same. In UK, you just go and buy it. And it cost me like 20 quid. And the best, if you want my best weight loss food, it's a raw cabbage. Put it in your desk, eat it as a snack. That's the best weight loss food I found out so far. There's nothing better. So I do recommend that. Like, actually, more you eat of raw cabbage, more weight you lose. It's like, eat more to lose more. It's opposite to what you think. Like, first time when I started tracking calories, I was like trying to cut off those snacks like cabbage, carrot, and so on, because I was like, oh, I don't want to exceed the calorie limit. But it was so much harder. By cutting those healthy snacks, I was so much more hungry and trying to accommodate more high-calorie foods like nuts. And that was not good. I noticed eating more of those snacks, the healthy ones, low-calorie veggies, is better. And anyway, is saying you can buy a glucose monitor at any pharmacy in the States. So States are the same as UK, you can just go and buy it. Oh, you would rather do raw celery? As you like, I don't like celery. I'm not gonna choose celery. I like cabbage. Cabbage is great for me. Great for me. Fills up. It gives this chewy satisfaction, like those crunchy chewing. You keep it on your desk and you just chew on it. It's crunchy. It's tasty. After a moment, it's way too spicy, but mostly it is tasty. So it's great replacement for any type of crisps. Like crisps are super heavy on calories, cabbage is not. So that will be probably everything that I wanted to talk today. Just my observation. Calorie is not a calorie. You don't want to move more. You actually want to move better. Do your exercises in a time-efficient manner. Just 10 minutes a day is usually enough. And eat better. Eat more. Eat more of healthy stuff. It automatically cuts off your calorie intake. Instead of trying to just counting calories was never a solution for me. Never worked. And Sefi is saying, I tried your raw egg recipe. It really filled me up to a level where it was not comfortable. Oh, then don't eat so much, eat less. Also, the eggy taste is weird even with the sugar. Oh, I like the eggy taste, but maybe you don't, so... That's why everyone have a different food. Yeah, don't eat to the point when it's uncomfortable. Don't do that. I never overload. My stomach is generally quite big, so the full bowl of egg foam, the sweet one, it's perfect for me. If it's too much for you, just make less. All right. Yeah, I think I said everything. Anyway, if you will find anything you want to share, you can always drop a comment under this live stream later on, and I will read it. I will figure out what you want to share. And for now, I'm out, and I will be back in an hour on the main channel to play a little bit of New Vegas. Another episode of New Vegas. It's Wednesday, so I should play it. Yeah, I should definitely play it. So thank you a lot for watching. Thank you a lot for your support. I hope you enjoy a little bit different type of content in here. And stay healthy, stay lazy, keep gaming. Turtle out. Bye everyone. Have a good one.